Hey everyone, welcome back. Got something a little different for you today. Just loading up a skirmish versus an AI, and I really wanted to try and advertise a build that I'm testing out with the Abbasid dynasty, and I feel like it's a powerful timing build. And with the new patch coming out that's going to be adding ranked play, I think a good timing build is important. One that you've really sunk a lot of time into making as efficient as possible. So I want to kind of advertise what I'm thinking for the build order. And I just wanted to show you a little bit of live gameplay so you can kind of see what hotkeys I go for. Oh, okay, already found my opponent. That's good. That is close. Really just want to advertise how I organize everything and give a little insight into my hotkeys. So, for example, I have my town center on 1, and I'm going to put my military buildings on 2, and I'm going to put my econ and technology buildings on 3. And if I have an important military group or like a group of units, then maybe I'll put them on the 4th hotkey group. Plan here early on: 7 on food, 2 on wood. Get the house, get a lumber camp, get a mill. And now we're going to get 3 on gold, kind of a classic start. And with our scout, we're just going to look for sheep and relics out on the map, just kind of get a sense of what we're looking at. Fortunately, as the Abbasid, we can go for these berries rather than these sheep, so we're gonna rely on the sheep later. Actually, we'll just herd them over here near the town center. Okay, got enough to make my House of Wonder, or the House of Wisdom, I mean. We're going to put 1 more on wood, and then we're going to put 1 more on gold. Then things will get a little more complicated. Okay, now we're going to toss this to gold. Perfect. That's where the next one's headed. Now I'm going to select all of my technology buildings. Perfect. Now we're just looking for that 200 gold so that we can age up. We're going to go the economic wing to keep our villagers cheap. And now I'm going to rally new villagers to wood. There it is. We're going to go economic wing. Cool. Now we're just kind of scouting around the map, and we've kind of arranged our sheep around our town center here. And also, once we age up, we're going to pull 3 villagers from food, put them over on wood. That way we are at 8 on wood, and we're going to get this forestry upgrade. That'll make chopping a lot easier for our villagers. Okay, now we have 8 on wood. We're going to put 1 more on gold. Okay. Once we get that, we're going to put new villagers on sheep. We're also going to put down a house because we're coming up near our population cap. Next tech on the menu is wheelbarrow. And when we age up here, actually, no, we can't go wheelbarrow just yet. We're going to need to get fresh foodstuffs right away. That's going to be absolutely crucial. So we're just going to wait. Once we age up, we're going to grab fresh foodstuffs. We're going to put down an archery range, a house, a barracks, and another house. Okay, we're almost there. So you're going to see sort of an explosion of activity here. So we need fresh foodstuffs, need a chopper, archery range, house, barracks. No need to place all of them, actually, because you kind of need to save a little bit of wood to get wheelbarrow. So you can see we're going fresh foodstuffs, we're getting wheelbarrow, we're building all of these structures here. We're also going to put a second house there. Oops. There we go. And we're going to keep the villagers going. Gotta stay diligent about making these villagers. It's a shame that I already missed maybe one or two there. Well, probably just one with the downtime. And now the moment I get up this barracks and archery range, I'm going to put them on 2, my second control group. Cool, we've got our sheep. We've got our cheaper villagers now. Now would be a good time to scout my opponent a little bit here. Gotta keep making units. We're gonna continually make archers from the archery range. Continually make villagers from the town center. We're gonna make spearmen from the barracks. Also from the barracks, we're gonna get the spearmen upgrade. So that's definitely a tech we're gonna go. I'm gonna queue up horticulture. Queue up hardened spearmen. And we're gonna grab, oops, not a house. We're gonna grab another lumber camp. We're gonna have everybody work on that. Let's take you off. Can we get another archer? Now we can. Okay. Cool. Okay. We're going to keep arranging our sheep so that they aren't all clustered up, and we're going to have our villagers kind of spread out the sheep that they're going for. Like I said, we got to keep up the production here. No real need to get phalanx unless maybe you foresee your opponent getting lots of cavalry. Now we're going to save up our gold, because we're going to try and make it to the Castle Age while continually producing units. Let's rotate some of these villagers. There we go. We're still producing. Now, while we're doing all this unit production, which is not very intensive in terms of management, like now is a nice time where I can actually kind of focus on my scouting, and I need to identify an angle of attack. I'm going to be coming in with a lot of siege units, and so I really want to knock out some of his infrastructure. And it'd be nice to attack from a stealth forest. So this one is tempting, but there's some really good infrastructure right here. So maybe we'll just tuck ourselves behind this wood line and then begin our attack here. That'll deny his gold. So that could be a good angle of attack. But here's his military production. That might be a good target as well. Rather than go for his wonder, which really isn't much of an issue. I think we'll go back here, then come forward this way. And when you're coming up near your 1200 food, you can kind of take your foot off the pedal on these spearmen, because they are a bit more food intensive. And really, you just want a big archer ball. Okay, we're at our 600 gold. We're at our 1200 food. We're going to get our culture wing upgrade. We're going to scare off these units. And now we're going to take all of our villagers who were on sheep, and we're going to transfer them over to wood. And now we're going to take all of our units. We're going to send them here. We're going to keep making units, and we're also going to send 2 villagers forward. So we should be getting a huge amount of wood coming to us. We're also going to put down a mining camp here. and start rallying villagers to stone. Okay, the villagers are here. It's important to get down a tower here, something which will protect your units. And in the meantime, we can throw down a battering ram. It's important to keep your housing population up, because siege units can cost a lot of population. And we need this wood because mangonels are crazy expensive. We're going to get up a forward lumber camp here. We're still making villagers, but really we want to be careful about spending our wood. So now the jig is up. They probably know that I'm coming forward with this attack, but that's okay. We're just going to come forward with our battering ram, and now we're going to put down a mangonel. These villagers are just going to hang out. If anything comes forward to attack the battering ram, we'll just use the mangonel and our units to discourage them. We're going to give our battering ram a bunch of queued up orders. We really don't want our battering ram wandering off, and we need to keep this mangonel safe. So it might not even be worth it to have your spearmen go forward to protect or to like burn down houses, because we just want this mangonel up and defending. We're continually making villagers. Now that I've got about 7 on stone, that's probably good. And if we need to, we can drop springald emplacements on these towers. But truly, we're here to gather stone for additional town centers. We're still just gathering up wood. That's our main goal here. If anything comes and attacks us, we've got a decent unit composition to deal with it. And we're also going to grab that preservation of knowledge when we can. Generally, you'll have just enough gold to kind of get away with some of these attacks. Okay, or with some of those technologies. Now that we're coming forward with the battering ram, that's really promising, because now we can send these mangonel forward. We can start dealing whatever kind of siege damage we need to do. Looking good here. Oh, looks like I lost my villagers. Unfortunate. Really don't need your spearmen running out just to die. We're occasionally bouncing back home to add more town centers. And because we've over-chopped so much, it's good to build another lumber camp. It's also good to start sending a few villagers back onto maybe a new food source or start farming. Personally, I just put everyone on wood and eventually make the transition over to farms. So as you can see, I think it's a pretty effective, fairly effective timing attack. On the back of all of this, we're going up to 3 town centers, producing cheap villagers. And once this chopping really gets going, we can put down lots of military structures, which is key. I mean, it's really important to get your military production up, because your resource gathering is just going to explode. You know what? This is a pretty safe berry patch. We're going to go for that. And since we went for such a fast castle age, we're going to put down this mosque. Anyway, once I get this mosque down and I start gathering relics, that's pretty much when the timing attack's all done. Hope you enjoyed just seeing some of this live footage, and I'm hoping to use this in future matches. No guarantees with how it'll be affected by the new patch that's coming out, but I'm hopeful that nothing will be too drastically changed. And hopefully we'll get some benefits out of it. Maybe this will be improved by some of the patch notes. You never know. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time.